Fast on for...
Did you want two of the same flags?
That's Brady. Put that there.
Do you have the other match book? Do you see the other match book?
No, I haven't seen it yet, fellas.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
I think there's a bag of balls over there. There's another match ball. Can you see where the other halfway plate is? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Thank you. Come on back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's round 12 of the Dewar Shield, and we are here in Melbourne, Albert Park, the host for Powerhouse and Footscray, a 2024 grand final rematch after these two sides last met in round 2 of the competition. Footscray runaway winners that time, 39-24 tries to Lefau Tuai and a hat-trick to Gilbert Mark back in round 2. Powerhouse try scorers in round 2, Captain Eberhardt, Nolda, Wanderer and Tuase Ravubale. The last 3 players not entering Powerhouse's park today. 5 changes from last week to their 2-point loss at home to Harlequins. Footscray, previously undefeated until round 11, where they lost at home to Wendover Hills 26-21. Powerhouse's last 4 weeks before the round 11 clash, round 9, there was a win away to Box Hill 66-17. Round 8 was a win at home to Moorabbin 73-12 and an away win to Wendover Hills 45-17. They sit third, 7 wins and 2 losses in 2025. Footscray looking for their first premiership in the Dewar Shield since 1937. And they have made an incredible start to that as we await kickoff for round 12. Referee Shannon McLaughlin in his 84th Dewar Shield match. Assistant referees Rob White and Patrick O'Connor. We are away and racing at Albert Park. Kick off to the near side. They'll play up that right wing, running left to right. Powerhouse, green and black hoops. Footscray, red, white and blue, running right to left. Plenty of Dewar Shield matches happening around the grounds as Powerhouse go back in the pocket. Bit of a crossfield kick. Footscray can regather that in centre field, run it straight up to halfway. Big hit early. Ball's broken down in the middle. And we'll call for a scrum for Powerhouse early. Grand final rematch of 2024. Of course, as we said, plenty of Dewar Shield matches happening around the grounds today. Harlequins are hosting Endeavour Hills, Melbourne Uni hosting Kiwis, and Box Hill travel to Moorabbin in the Dewar Shield round 12. Referee McLaughlin just having a chat to Powerhouse captain Jared Eberhardt. Footscray's run into this game, of course, losing their first match of the 2025 Dewar Shield at home to Endeavour Hills Saturday last, before an away win, or after an away win to Box Hill 68-22. Another away win to the Quins we saw on Rugby Victoria's match of the day at Harlequins, 19-17, a late win on that occasion. And then a home win to University, 91-0. Was on their best track for their first Dewar Shield since 1937. Powerhouse pick it out of the scrum and running it straight was Garrett. Nice sort of run picked out into the number 8 of Axtons. Played well last week in their loss to Harlequins. Keeping possession far side. No scores yet. Into Garrett. There's been a change in fly half to the previous Saturday. Ball's come loose. Footscray end up with it in an offside position. Early penalty for Powerhouse. Of course, plenty happening around the Australian rugby ecosystem. The under-20s won against Scotland last night, 34-24. Australian Sevens representative Sid Harvey scoring a double. The under-20 World Championships at the minute. Eberhardt to throw a line out for Powerhouse far side. Line out thrown, middle, ended up in the hands of Footscray. Ball turned over. No one in the pocket, so they'll just keep possession and run it, keep it close to their forwards. Ruck called. Footscray to win it at the breakdown. Back into the pocket was Emo. Big kick up over halfway. Running with the breeze this half, Footscray. Chance to run now for Garrett. He's held up inside their attacking half. Going to come near side, McDonald. McHenry, centres combined. Held up. Still almost 40 metres from home. Trying to run was the prop in Groden. Short side now. McDonald. Big tackle around his neck, so penalty advantage. Free hit at it for the house. Into centre field. McHenry thinks about the pass, does, offloads to McDermott. McDermott runs, taken ball. Gone forward, will come back, no advantage. Penalty for Powerhouse near side. 10 metres past halfway. Penalty called for high tackle. Powerhouse and Footscray are playing each other in all grades today. 4th grade match happening to our right hand side, the southern end of the ground. Noel Clarkfield. Kick goes out over touch, over the 22, and we'll call for a line out. Give you some results from those earlier games. In the 3rd grade, Footscray beating Powerhouse 15-11. Eberhard to throw the line out. Ball and chew up for the house. A draw in the 2nd grade game, 45 all. Coming through now, Garrett. Goes for the goose step, held up centre field. Eberhard now. Going to stick to that short side, or that far side rather. Axton's picked out. This is McDermott, the fullback. Plenty of options. Axton's again, thinks about a little run. We'll get to within 5 from home. Chance for some early points for the Powerhouse side. McHenry. Push back 5 away now. Can come short side. Had an outnumber if they could pick it out a little bit quicker. Trying to get through second row in Buttershaw. And the winger to score for Powerhouse. Early points, 5-0, kick to come. Round 11 of the Store Local Lindros Cup came to a close just moments earlier as well. On this ground we saw Powerhouse run away 37-5, winners to Footscray. And in the other game out at Western Districts, Endeavour Hills winning 125-10. Only other score to report on around the Dewar Shield currently. University up a try against Kiwi Hawthorn at home in Parkville. Vegan taking the kicks for Powerhouse. Kicks, pulls it out left. The wind might drag it back. It does. Full 7 taken. 7-0 early. Got the centre, Caleb McDonald, with an early assessment from the medical staff for Powerhouse. Have a little break in play. We'll see for Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day program. Dewar Shield, round 12. And treat this as a triple header across the rugby world. Test match football tonight, New Zealand and France. In Dunedin. The Waratahs will play tonight against the British and Irish Lions. A range of former Melbourne Rebels players in that game. Tupou Leota, Lancaster and Callaway. Ball kicked off. Powerhouse with the possession. Going to keep it with their forwards. Try and control the ball. What of it? Caterpillar ruck. Building for the up and under kick. Will bounce and 4 for the fullback of Footscray. He just holds on to possession. Diamante Tippett. Ball being knocked on. Scrum to come for Powerhouse on halfway.
Go, Joshy, Maddie!
Of course, the British and Irish Lions, a couple of games into their Australian tour now, come up against New South Wales at the Sydney Football Stadium tonight. Melbourne's own Rob Leota to run out for the Waratahs for a final time before he heads overseas.
Go, Maddie!
And then tomorrow, the first match of the international season, the Wallabies play Fiji at 1:30 in Newcastle. Melbourne's Harry Potter playing on the wing at 14, formerly of Moorabbin and Brighton Grammar. Scrum collapses, but do it again. Centre field just off halfway. Of course, for the Wallabies tomorrow off the bench, Philippo Dalgunuk playing that last season with the Melbourne Rebels in 2024. Currently now with the Queensland franchise. Wait for set. Scrum push from Footscray. Powerhouse just holding up. They're going to come out to the short side.
Stay back, Leo.
And a chance to run. Big hit. 10 past halfway. Just keeping it in. Touch official says it's fine. Ball picked out. Eberhardt now with a big hit from Frost. Illegally. Didn't try to tackle. Another Powerhouse penalty. Campbell Frost will be given an early yellow card. 15 on 14 now for the next 10 minutes. Captain Eberhardt getting attention from the medical staff. So after this breaking play, we'll await a penalty call for on the Powerhouse side. Referee match appointments for today. In his 84th Dewar Shield match, Shannon McLaughlin. Assistant referees Rob White on this near side and Patrick O'Connor across the way. Quick score update from around the grounds in the Dewar Shield. The Students 14-0 against Kiwis. Quins have scored an early try at home to Endeavour Hills. They're currently leading 7-0. Of course, Melbourne with the bar in round 12. Those of you playing along at home, the Eddie Jones coached Japan, currently 7-all with Wales, who are yet to win a test match in 2024 or 2025, coming off 16 straight losses. They've headed to Japan. Fantastic crowd built in for this grand final rematch, Powerhouse and Footscray.
Can we get another share just for the best?
So a change made for Powerhouse. We're ready to get back underway. So from that penalty was pulled a yellow card. So 15 on 14. Line out to be thrown. Near side on the 22. Put conditions underfoot. Ollie Barden comes on for the Powerhouse side. Line out thrown, almost one in the air by Footscray. And now a chance to run through more. A physical game early. Come back up. The guts into McDermott. And we'll want to go far side. Trying to get through Buttershaw. Powerhouse building phases, but not keeping it tight. And not releasing penalty for Footscray. Deep in their own territory. Scored 7-0. Kick from the penalty, doesn't find touch. And we'll come back up through halfway. A centre field run from McDermott. 40 from home, picked out straight away from Axons. Far side once more. Buttershaw to Garrett. Ball might have come out, knocked on. Scrum for Footscray. Ball knocks forward at the breakdown. Going to have a change in personnel for the Footscray side. And a change in the front row. Scrum half, Thomas Donaldson to feed for Footscray. Still 15 metres to halfway. Sets a call. Powerhouse pushing, Footscray holding up. Into centre field. Run from left out. Back into the pocket and a kick from Imo. Back up over halfway, Powerhouse. Chance with possession, Fegan. Scrubby pass but finds more in the end, who kicks. Downfield, going to have to run onto it. There was the fullback in Tibbet. Tibbet thought about the kick. Going to have to take the tackle on 22. Wynn coming back over. Centre Park, no real advantage either way with it. Footscray with the ball. Dances around tackle, nice little offload. Going to come short side. Doesn't find touch, done well in the end there, left out. Into the running Lacossi. Not letting go of the ball, penalty Powerhouse. Nice little mud pit here on halfway. Plenty going on, so kicking for touch. Jonty Garrett out over the 22. The House will build for a line out. Windy old afternoon here at Albert Park. Deep line out, too deep for the jumpers. Footscray end up with it at the back. Trying to get through was Luini. They want to play far side. The kick comes from Imo. Up centre field. Too far for McDermott. The black scrum cap. Come to this near side. We'll go a little Chip and chase. Back there, Leffau. Big run. Breaks a couple of tackles now to one-on-one. Footscray with a big break. Trying to get through now, Sheck. Probably had to go back up centre field. Had more numbers there. Powerhouse a chance to get back onside. Footscray building with possession. Couple of phases running now. Lotolua. Donaldson. Nabo Lakasai. Penalty advantage to Footscray. Pick and go. Going to come back for the penalty. The number 6 offside in Isaac Moore. And so we'll come for a penalty. Footscray's attacking half. Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day program. Round 12 of the Dewar Shield Grand Final rematch of 2024. Footscray and Powerhouse. Footscray kick into their 22 and we'll call for the line out. Awaiting this line out throw. Line out thrown. Gone deep, right out the back, ends up in the hands of Shane Imope. The flyer half for Footscray. A penalty win for Powerhouse. Inside their own 22. Kick it up towards our broadcast position rather, and out for a line out just south of halfway. Still 7-0.
Let's go, House!
Fantastic crowd in at the Noel Clark Field as we turn for home in the 2025 Dewar Shield season. Line out, thrown. One in the air by Powerhouse. Ball was knocked on by the Footscray jump up. We'll call for a scrum, 10 metres to halfway. We'll await this scrum. Footscray side still playing with the one short. Scrum win for the House. Downfield kick from Garrett into the hands of winger Leffau. Up to the 10. Donaldson picks it out. Trying to find his way through. Nabo Lacasa. Short side. Fraser's building, keeping it tight with the forwards. Trying to get through Luini. Picks it out to Emo. He'll kick long toward the 22. Chance to run for McDermott. Goes to chip and chase. Leaving it behind with the winger and Fagan. And in all that, ball was lost forward.
Sir, can you check their numbers, sir? Sir, can you check their numbers? Sir, can you check their numbers? They have 14 or 15. No, they're 14.
appeal from the powerhouse players after Footscray not having 8 plays in the last scrum, allegedly. There's 14 definitely on the park. We'll wait this scrum reset. Results from the earlier Colts competition have just come through as well. Powerhouse with a forfeit, Footscray winning that by default. And Harlequins beating Melbourne 34-17 in the midday game. Footscray win it, the line out, ball gone forward with the pass. The risky run with those long passes will come. Scrum time. 10 metres past halfway for today's host. Moorabbin 12-0 winners, or leading rather, at Box Hill. Harlequins 14-0 at home to Endeavour Hills, and University 14-0 still at home to Kiwi Hawthorn. Win picking up a notch. Still 7-0 here. So we're back to 15 on 15. Big scrum push from the Footscray side. Powerhouse hold up and we come short side to Garrett. Trying to make his way through McHenry. Powerhouse 15 past halfway, ball lost forward. Knocked on, and Footscray the winners on that occasion. Of course, both sides coming off shock losses 7 days ago. For Footscray, it was their first in season 25, losing to Endeavour Hills at the Dog Pound. Only by the solitary unconverted try. Powerhouse 2-point losers to the Quins last week after a late kicker goal. Footscray, who beat Harlequins away in dramatic fashion a couple of weeks ago. Ball comes out of the scrum, knocked on. Powerhouse can regather and try go far side. Hands off McHenry. Out to the winger in Fagan. Tries to go the fancy feet, held up on the 22. They gather again, Axons. Happy to take the 22 metre line tackle. Short side. Trying to break through Fagan. A big run from the Powerhouse side here. Into the prop in Groden. Just short. Try! 5 points to the score, it's 12-0. Kick to come. Powerhouse controlling this one early. Ball's been played in one half all day. The Powerhouse side showing why they are the defending champions of Victoria's Premier Grade. Ball to be kicked by the winger Fagan. That far side. Tougher angle, but about 10 metres or so infield. So after an early yellow card, went back to 15 players apiece Powerhouse, 2 tries to none. Kick stays out left. No conversion, 12-0 the score. Powerhouse, who have early control, want to make a statement after their shock loss to the Quins last Saturday. Footscray to kick off near side, 1 in the air by the big man in Buttershaw. 10 to halfway. Unable to break through the line. Counter ruck unsuccessful from Footscray. Got to keep them on side. Up and under kick. Toward touch. He won't find it after being air battle. Lost in the air by Tippett. Obstruction penalty picked out by referee McLaughlin. Powerhouse have a penalty on halfway. Kicked out into touch. 27 metres to home. Wherever you tuned in from around the world, the Dewar Shield match of the day for Rugby Victoria. The beating heart of Australian Rugby, Club Rugby. Line out 1 in the air by Powerhouse. Trying to go up through centre field now. This is T.O. Another penalty win for Powerhouse. Looking into his pocket and pulling for the yellow card. Charlie! And we're back to 15 on 14. Powerhouse kick for the line and try and pull for some more points. So Footscray's yellow, second card of the afternoon.
Yeah.
There's the number 16 who was yellow carded. I've got written on my list, Lotto Lua. So to kick for the corner, Jonty Garrett on the Powerhouse side. Fine touch comfortably, line out to be thrown. 18 metres to the try line. Wanting to take it quickly here is Ollie Barden in the number 16 jump up. Powerhouse, the early leaders, 2 tries to 0. Taken in the air. Ball to come. Picked out of the maul. Trying to run through the centre was McDonald. Footscray appealing for holding on now. Here's a replacement in Barden. Again, liking centre field. Rico Webster. Axtons combines with Groden. Big pass from the prop. Trying to dance around Fagan. Still 10 from home, Powerhouse. Liking centre field, McDermott. Whoa. Big tackle. Unable to win at the breakdown, Footscray. Trying to go again, McHenry. Couple of passes. Axton's trying to get through. This might be more. Who's given away a penalty? Footscray with a penalty win deep in their own territory. Still 12-0. Heated rivalry, grand final rematch. Both sides coming off shock losses. Out into touchline, have to be thrown. Still a good 15 metres to halfway. Footscray still a man down. They're the ones throwing the line out. One in the air by Powerhouse. Donaldson runs onto it. Here they come. Offloading was more. Running straight. Axton ends up with it. Pushing to the 22 of Powerhouse. In total control of this match. I'll stick short side. Got players setting up. Wonder for a set play or not. But the hands are greening. And now McDonald to McHenry. Into Garrett. Counter-rack from Footscray. Successful, ball's gone loose. And they'll take a penalty with it.
Bodies flying everywhere.
Going to kick with the wind, crossfield. Out over touch, towards halfway. Line out to be thrown just short of halfway, Footscray.
Go House!
With possession.
Go House!
Still playing 15 to 14 on the park. Line out to be thrown by Luini. Early jump from Powerhouse. They'll win it at the back through Buttershaw, who goes on a big run. Chip and Case out on the full. You wouldn't imagine the big lock is kicking too often. Doesn't work out on that occasion. Line out to come on the 22 for the visiting side. Change of balls and referee McLaughlin wants them to get a move on. Deep line out thrown, just one with a tap. Ball was knocked on. Footscray with the scrum. Fantastic crowd in for this club game. Melbourne's iconic Albert Park. For Powerhouse and Footscray. We'll wait this scrum build. Early push from the home side. Ball fed in by Donaldson, dropping back into the pocket. Emo will kick it out past the 22. And a penalty from Footscray out of all of that.
Let's go House! Let's go!
Against the number 6, Isaac Moore of the Powerhouse side. So gaining 15 metres or so. Kicked. Bynes touch in the end.
Thank you.
Line out to be thrown 10 metres past halfway. Rugby Victoria's match of the day.
Off! Off!
I'll have to be quick or give away the free kick. Line out one, in the air, out the back by Footscray, and the jumper goes himself. Picked out into centre field. Imo. Running into it with the number 20. I've got here Mucker. Ball being knocked on. Powerhouse win the scrum. Still a man short, Footscray.
I've heard that one before.
We'll wait for this scrum to be built. Referee McLaughlin happy with that scrum build. Set was a call. Push from Footscray. Pulls in on itself. Powerhouse win it out and knock it on immediately. Knocked on by the fly half, John T. Garrett. Footscray with a scrum.
Let's go, House!
Of course, a couple of announcements to the touring sides against the British and Irish Lions in a couple of weeks' time. Next Saturday night, Pete Samu, Victorian, selected for the Australian-New Zealand combined side, as well as former Melbourne Rebel Derby Lancaster, as well as a range of New Zealand internationals. Victorian Rob Leota selected as the marquee player in the First Nations Pacifica side to play at Dockland Stadium in the lead up to the second test in a couple of weeks' time. Footscray winning at the scrum. Omo trying to pick and go. Powerhouse end up with it. Kick doesn't find any meaningful territory. Trying to think about the run there. Sheck straight into the arms of Bearden. Want to go short side here, Footscray. Into touch. Footscray take the quick line out and go. Here's Frost, receiving the earlier yellow card. 14 on 14, Powerhouse have a player behind this ruck. A player down rather. Footscray to try run it. Keeping it tight with the forwards. Picked out, chance to go from the hooker, Lewini. Then the pick of the line out throwers thus far. Into the centre of Samisi. Now a quick break, Emo. Goes a little grab a kick for the corner. House will win it at the death. Ball was knocked on the line by a Powerhouse player, and we'll call for a scrum 5 from home for Footscray. A couple of changes to be made. Back to 15 all on the park. Yellow card done and dusted. Wait this scrum to be built, 5 from home. Change made for the Powerhouse side. Get that information for you in just a moment. Score at 12-0. We'll go a few minutes over the 40-minute mark on your clock due to an earlier injury to Powerhouse captain Jared Eberhardt. Scrum fed by Footscray. Can they try and nab some points here? Got to run around that far side. Try Footscray. Couple of things going their way, and they find their first points of the afternoon. 12-5, kick to come. And the kick will come from the hardest of angles on that far side.
Make it 5.
Couple of scores for you from around the grounds. Little update here.
Yeah,
Scotland
for sure.
beating the Maori All Blacks 29-26.
I can't even see him. Oh, there he is.
Got a little bit closer from home.
Yeah, look, I'll be impressed if he
Around the
gets
Jewish Shield.
I'll be impressed.
Moorabbin
if he
lead
gets
Box Hill 17-7.
You know what?
Harlequins lead Endeavour Hills 21-0. And the students 35-10, the better at home to the Kiwi side. Kick to come.
Okay, make it 7.
It's good. 12-7 the score.
Did I make it?
You're on Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day.
Ewan, other side needs to have one.
Of course, we're going to go deep into red time as per the broadcast clock due to a prior injury. Footscray with possession from kickoff. Up into centre field now. They find some more points before the half calls time. Kick out of the ruck, far side, bouncing, neither player wants it. McDermott ends up with it for Powerhouse. Here comes the midfielder. And McDonald. Referee wants Footscray to stay on side. Gonna kick was McHenry. Straight down the field, he's running after his own ball, won't get there. Tippett releases pressure for the moment. Straight up the centre of the park. Sticking short side, Powerhouse. Trying to get through here, McHenry. The offload to the fullback in McDermott was taken immediately. Axtons. Webster now. Sticking tight with the forwards. Axtons again. Going to come toward this near side. Buttershaw had a channel open. Taken around the waist and tackled. This is Alago in the number 21 jersey. Trying to get through here, McCooler. Picked out of the ruck by Alago. Axtons. Powerhouse 5 from home. Referee tells them to play on. We'll go up the guts. McHenry with the offload to McDermott. McDermott trying to break through. Just short, Powerhouse. McHenry runs over it and into the corner. Into touch. We're going to come back for a penalty. Taken quickly by Buttershaw. 5 from home of the house. Ball knocked on. Kicked out. Doesn't find touch. We're going to come back for the scrum. No, we won't. Half time. 12-7. Powerhouse controlling the play in this first half. Stick with the second half action to come. Powerhouse with the advantage. 12 points to 7.
It's a very distinctive voice, I know it well. Can't get away with it.
This is Rugby Victoria's match of the day. The second half, just moments away. Powerhouse and Footscray. Scores currently 12-7 to half time. Try scorers for you to half time. Oliver Fagan with a 6-minute try. Backed up Cormac Groden in the 25th minute. Powerhouse having a late one, 37th minute. Nabo Lacassade scores 12-7. Around the Dewar Shield to half time. Moorabbin lead Box Hill 17-7. Melbourne University 35-10 advantage at half time in Parkville. The Quins lead 3 converted tries to 0 at home to Endeavour Hills. A late surge from the Harlequin side, a win today, particularly a bonus point win. We'll see them into the top 4. Kicking off Powerhouse, right to left, Footscray to run left to right. Early run, nice little run from Gilbert Mike. Get to see much of him in this round 12 encounter. Of course, last meeting in round 2, score on that occasion 39-24, Footscray won. Footscray were undefeated till last week, until Endeavour Hills had their way at the Dog Pounds. High up and under kick. One in the air, ball's gone backwards. Powerhouse reclaim possession on halfway. Olago to pick it out. We'll want to go centre field. Couple of passes. Webster getting into it. Kicked from McCooler. One in the back. Diavante Tippett. A low ball kick. Fullback McDermott with it. Driven nicely. Footscray can't win in the ruck. Powerhouse keep onto it. Olago, short side.
With them.
Teo. Boot thrown, flying into the air. Picked up off the ground, McHenry. And the kick was McCooler. Crossfield kick. Footscray have it on halfway. Couple of passes. This is Sheck. And we want to go far side. Maybe some early points. Tuaya. Ball lost forward. And the House will take a scrum far side in their own territory. Deep in their own territory. Half-time scores 12-7. Third place Powerhouse, first place Footscray. Now that might change after this round 12 encounter. Scrum just awaiting. Manuele Teo lost his boot. His short side. That's the call. It'll be fed in by Olago, Malachi Olago. Scrum penalty win for the Powerhouse side. The fullback Michael McDermott to punt down the line. Probably doesn't gain the territory they were after, but line out to come Powerhouse. Despite a sunny day, wind's gone down, but an incredibly wet, muddy pitch, not so conducive to running rugby. Deep line out thrown, one in the air by Greening. Then come up, middle of the park, crossfield kick, tried the torpedo punt. Into the hands of the fullback at Tippett. Almost the interception from Axons. Big counter ruck from Powerhouse. Referee tells them to play the ball, and so they do. Silberry up to halfway. Bringing it out there was Siu. Footscray. Free hit at it now. We'll come back for that penalty for offside. Footscray a chance to punt at it. There's a couple opening minutes of the second half almost entirely being played to the right of your screen. Footscray's attacking end. Kick it out. 23 metres from home. Line out. One in the air by Powerhouse. The reigning premiers still with the score advantage. Barden. Just north of the 22. Collapsing the ruck was Footscray. Penalty win for the home side. Referee Shannon McLaughlin in his 84th Premier Grade match. Round 12 of the Dewar Shield. Punt down the line, here's McDermott. Try and get this out over halfway. Gains an extra 10 metres on it. So 40 from home. The replacement, Ollie Barden, to throw the line out. Of course, Powerhouse losing their captain, Jared Eberhardt, early in that first half. Line out, one in the air by Footscray. Not for the first time today either. Edging to halfway. Sticking centre field. Downfield kick. Only into the winger of Fagan. Loses it backwards, says the referee. There's a big kick. This might go out in the full. The wind takes it and sends Powerhouse back into their own half.
Where the touchy is, bro. It's not going to be straight anyway.
Ball out onto the full. That wind pulling towards this near side. Line out, throwing one in the air by Footscray, and out the back there was Siu. To Imo. Now a chance to run was Gilbert Mark. Breaks one tackle, goes the offload on the second. Ball goes over and out. Line out to be thrown far side by Powerhouse. This is Rugby Victoria's match of the day. Dewar Shield round 12. Deep line out, one out the back by Axtons. Gonna go on Maul. Gonna try and go. Ball was knocked on by Powerhouse. Would come for a scrum. Footscray to feed.
The thing was, I thought I'd left for 3 hours. I've got processing. So did you drive up, when you know things happen at the stable, you always look. Maybe then lift it into it. Graham after that was like, right, you text.
Of course, plenty happening around the grounds and around Australian rugby. We're a fortnight away from the first test between the Wallabies and the British and Irish Lions. A touring side to play New South Wales this evening up in Sydney, the football stadium. Victorian Rob Leota to wear the sky blue jersey, as well as former Melbourne Rebels Taniela Tupou, Darby Lancaster and Andrew Callaway. Scrum fed by Footscray. We'll elect to go short side now, trying to run through now the centre and Samisi. Called his name a little bit early. Ball goes loose, one still by Footscray. Pagisiu. Try score, Nabo Lacasite playing the role of scrum half momentarily. Siu up through the guts. This is the second rower and captain Noafua. Footscray again keeping it tight with their forwards. Thought about a pick and go. Driving into their 22. Scored 20 from home now. Phases building. A little bit close to double digits. Pick and go from Siu. 5 from home now, Footscray. Won the loose ball, McDermott. Grab it, kick it, and sending Footscray back outside 22. Imo now. Penalty win, Powerhouse. A fantastic win for the men in green and black. We'll pause in play. I'd like for the medical staff to assess the injured Footscray player. Neither side yet to find the score. The second half of play. The blood gushing, so he's going to have to make way from the park as the fly half in Shane Imo. So a replacement to be made by Footscray, but it's Powerhouse with the penalty. Another break in play. Light that on. Come the 80th minute. McDermott to kick. What a punt. Into touch. Will try it. Nudge it up to halfway. For the inevitable line out. Bulldogs out over halfway and over our position. House to throw the line out. This is Barden. Score still at 12-7. Line out thrown, not straight at all. Free kick, Footscray. To himself, and they'll go up through centre field. Big tackle from the house side. Footscray, like keeping it tight, we'll keep it toward this near side. Maiafua, unable to get through. Then short side, there's the replacement, second rower in, Silberry, Giovanni Silberry. Soko Lueni. 10 past halfway. Midfielders combined. Now running was Mucker. Which side will strike first in the second half? Ball spills out of the ruck, and they're going to try and go short side with this outnumber. Running now is Silberry into the hands of Sheck. Had his winger in Tuaya, didn't use him. 10 from home. Footscray 5 points down, trying to get through now. Nabo Lakasai. To the midfielder in Samisi. Combining with Luisi. Tackle called. Out of the ruck. It's the midfielder again in Samisi. Footscray building phases again, keeping it tight with forwards. Onto the 22 they go. Silberry. Janaruck unsuccessful from Powerhouse. Footscray retained possession. They're going to come short side. Fullback in Tippett. They just don't have the numbers around the ball. Footscray to pull it back out. Nabo Lakasai. Very important, the number 8 for Footscray. Frost thought about the dummy. Used it, but still taken. Lueni, the hooker. Nava Lacasa. And Powerhouse end up with the ruck. That was Groden. That was well done. Tackle called. They'll kick out of territory with McHenry up over halfway. They'll send Footscray with Tibbet the fullback. Still scores at 12-7. Goes to Gary Owen, kick. That's going to go out, just in touch. Out on the full. Line out to be thrown, just inside the attacking half of Powerhouse. Replacements to be made in the front row for Powerhouse. Exiting the park, Rico Webster. And change for Footscray as well. Captain Tyberg. Fuller. Line out thrown, deep line out, one in the air by Footscray, now Alago. Into centre field they go. Kicking was Donaldson. A high kick. Lost in the air was the winger in Tuaya. Tackle called. It's my knowledge, Footscray have the ball, they do. Into centre field. Greening tackles for Powerhouse. Footscray players dropping back into the pocket. Big counter from the house. And it turns into a penalty win. With a couple extras. A heated rivalry, an age-old rivalry for these two sides, almost 100 years in the making. Powerhouse, the reigning premiers who beat Footscray last year. And Footscray, this famous old rugby club from Melbourne's West, produced plenty of Wallabies throughout their time, especially in that golden era in the 1930s. Looking for their first premiership since that decade. Referee calls the touch judges in for a chat.
Well, I didn't think that and then every time I remember I had to go to a against Powerhouse. Yeah, I had to go to
Around the grounds for you quickly. Wales beating Japan in that test match. Wales looking for their first win in 16 games. Against the former Wallaby and English coach Eddie Jones. For those playing along at home. Across the Dewar Shield, Moorabbin 17, Box Hill 14. The Moorabbin Rugby Club. Harlequins leading Endeavour Hills 24-12. Melbourne University with a big lead at home to the Kiwis. Yellow pulled out for Footscray. That final score for you, sorry. Melbourne University 42, Kiwi Hawthorn 10. fantastic to have such a big crowd at Albert Park. Powerhouse are going to take the 3 on offer. Try and extend their lead and find the first points of the second half. Currently 12-7, kick to come. Winger Oliver Fagan to kick. Just a slight angle for Powerhouse winger. Fagan steps up. 3 taken. Penalty goal, Powerhouse. And their score and their lead extended. 15-7. The wind has completely died in this second half. Hopefully conducive to a bit more running rugby in this confrontation. Shorter kick-off, near side. Borden trying to win it on the air, knocked on. Footscray will get a scrum from kick-off. Couple of changes to be made for the Footscray side. Exiting the park, the number 7, Neru Sheck. Not a like-for-like replacement with the first rower coming on.
It's nothing. Daddy's going to take Mummy for a romantic date with the Alfred and order a Macca's. This one's going to go home with Granddad and get spoiled.
So Footscray scrum, 10 past halfway. Referee doesn't like the scrum build.
Rob, how long? Rob. How long?
So we'll have another crack at it. Footscray to feed. Footscray pushing. Have the ball out the back. Advantage. Here they come. Going to keep trying to go short side. Out to Tuabua. Footscray try. They edge back closer. Footscray essentially scoring from kickoff. And with the kick to come, that lead falls back to a couple of points. 15-12. To make this a 1-point ball game and the tightest it's been all day. Kicking for Footscray will be the number 12, Craig Samisi. So Samisi to kick the right footer. Wrong side for a right footer, you'd imagine, but the tee sits. Ball sits nicely, hits the post. Oh, it just stays out. Try remains unconverted. And it'll stay at a 3-point ball game. 15-12 the score. Return for home in this round 12 clash. McDermott Kicks deep into the 22. Footscray exit immediately. No territory won. For the Footscray side, Powerhouse have a line out on the 22. Here for Rugby Victoria's match of the day. Round 12, Powerhouse Footscray, grand final rematch. And a round 2 rematch. Line out thrown, one deep. The Maul pushing forward. Alago to pick it out the back. Trying to go. Been instrumental today is Fegan. Alago again. McDermott the fullback. Nice little break for Powerhouse. This was the outside centre in McHenry. Alago the playmaker playing this nice role as the impact player at 5'8". Into the 22. The home side. 3 points are good at this stage in the second half. And a huge penalty win for Footscray, not releasing or holding on. It was a Powerhouse side and they get away with another.
Such a fun. He was like, what? I'll just go fuck myself.
It is hard. And the opposite hand.
And exiting the 22
Boy, he blew the whistle when he went this way.
is Footscray. They'll call for a line out on the far side. Deep line out thrown, tapped back in the air by Nabo Lakasai. Running it straight to the Footscray side. Tuaya on that occasion. Unable to get through. And they'll kick. Won't find touch. It'll just find the fullback in McDermott. Thinks about the kick on halfway, that's what he'll do. Punts it to the corner. Trying to run onto his own ball is McDermott. But back for Footscray's Tuaya, the winger. Tackle! Has he escaped the in-goal area? He hasn't. Scrum on the 5 metre line to come. Powerhouse a big win. Footscray player tackled in their own in-goal area. After a couple changes, we'll build for a Powerhouse scrum. Manuele Tio to exit the Noel Clark Field here in Albert Park. Alago to feed the scrum for Powerhouse as the sun sets on this round 12 clash. Match of the day. Largo feeds. Big push from Footscray. Ball picked out by Axtons. Had McHenry there, didn't take it. Copped the tackle instead. Limbs flying everywhere. Hard to tell where the ball is. Spills out. McHenry. Couple of passes. They'll snatch it in the corner. Powerhouse 20. Footscray 12. Lead back out to 8 points on Rugby Victoria's match of the day. The hardest of angles to convert this try. Taking the kick on the 22.
Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, just pretend like the time has changed.
Kicks goes out to the right, and that's where it'll stay. Try stays unconverted. 20 to 12. This Dewar Shield first grade match. Scores for you from around the grounds: Moorabbin 24, Box Hill 19, Harlequins 31, Endeavour Hills 12, Melbourne University 52, Kiwi Hawthorn 10. Footscray get us back underway. Fagan. Lucas taken. Largo picks it out. The players drop back in the pocket. Won't get to them. Big drive. RJ David pulled up for a penalty. So 20 to 12 the score.
I think you give it for an like you can still you can kind of you look like it's over, but it wouldn't actually on the ball. You have to get people on the ball to get them.
Ball kicked into the 22. We'll call for the line out. 20 for home for Footscray.
I don't know about that much for it.
10 minutes ago, deep line out, one in the air for Powerhouse and Buttershaw. Donaldson kicks out of trouble, back up past halfway, running onto it is Tuaya. He'll kick from the 10, nice little short kick, taken nicely, RJ David. Here he goes, foot pass. House trying to get it to spill out of the ruck. Largo, Axton, Donaldson thinks about the crossfield kick, doesn't. Back up to halfway. McDermott kicking for the corner. Won't find touch. Jumping back onto it, Tuaya. And we'll want to control possession for the moment, Footscray. Back into the pocket they go. And exit the 22. Line out to come. Another tight game at Albert Park on the Match of the Day program. Will Powerhouse be on the right side of history this week? Line out to be thrown.
Is that like a tiny same good arm?
The previously undefeated Footscray looking down the barrel of 2 losses in a row. House retained it from the line out. Largo. Driving run, holding on to it. Penalty win, Footscray. They'll run quickly. Tried the chip and chase. There's players running onto it. House will be first to it though. Donaldson. Has moved into the fly half position. 12 from halfway at Powerhouse, Largo.
When we're sat there,
Ball being held up, still in Powerhouse's half. We'll switch positions. This is Barden, the replacement hooker. Little offload to Fegan, the winger. Good ruck win for the Powerhouse side, short side. into the middle of the park. Axtons. Keeping it tight again. Fagan. Couple of passes. Here he is. The winger. Unable to be driven into touch. Powerhouse retain it. Largo. This is Buttershaw.
Hey Steve, let's go!
Counter ruck unsuccessful from Footscray. Largo. Right back to Donaldson.
Get up to the line!
There's the high kick. Spilled in the air, gone backwards. Taken out from the tackle. Trying to intercept. And for the try line. Caleb McDonald. Does he want it for Powerhouse? A try in the corner. That 8-point margin extended.
Just like aggressive on defense, like 3 dominant tackles into
And the reigning premiers look back at the winners list. Kick to come from the winger in Fegan. Steps up to the tee, kicks, will pull out to the left.
Go Maxie!
Powerhouse lead, 25-12. Five minutes to go. 13-point margin. Footscray staring down the barrel of their second loss in season 2025. A restart. Powerhouse with possession. 10 metres to halfway. There's the try scorer in McDonald. Up over halfway now. Axtons. McDermott, crossfield kick, trying to get toward the corner. This ball will bounce. We'll await the referee's decision. And not a 50-22, so Footscray with the line out. Line out thrown, one in the air by Footscray of Sheck.
They went for a one-man bid.
Footscray with the free kick. Hunt down the line.
Oh my god, does that count? Oh. What? But theoretically, if we went backwards, would that still be in?
So Footscray will have a scrum near side. 15 past halfway, so it was knocked on when the winger Fagan tried to keep it in touch.
No, he's not number 8.
We'll wait this scrum feed. They'll need 2 converted tries, Footscray. They've only got a couple of minutes to do it.
Who? Slingshotting.
Who? The back door? 18?
Scrum fed. And they'll get it out.
Okay.
And a crack to go it up centre field. Running straight here is Mucker. Big tackle. One from the tackle was Powerhouse Largo now. A little bit of space to work with, taken a couple metres to halfway. Picked out. Ball's been knocked on. Scrum to come for Footscray. Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day program. Powerhouse 25, Footscray 12. A reversal of the result from round 2 that saw Footscray win 39-24.
Can you hear me? If so, I apologize for the commentary and the bad singing.
Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day program. Late in this round 12 confrontation. Scrum to be fed. Won by Footscray, retain it. Crossfield kick.
That was interesting.
We've got a man out here though. To Abua.
Nice kill him!
Try scorer from the Footscray side.
What the hell is that?
Touchy! You can't lift him up like that.
Still inside the attacking half, Footscray. Forward pass.
Follow play.
Scrum feed to come for the Powerhouse side. Largo to feed the scrum. In the home side's day, Caleb McDonald with a match-winning try. Has to go far side. Chance for some more points.
There's no wrap there.
22 from home.
Wide.
4 yellow cards.
Penalty win and another yellow card for Footscray.
Red.
Unfortunately, that ill discipline has crept into the Footscray side today. So Footscray will play out the final moments of this one. A man down. Penalty for collapsing the scrum. McDermott to
I'm pretty sure.
kick it out to the corner.
What score is it?
Oh, actually, it's not quite.
Albert Uni with a win.
Jesus.
Good luck to Victorian schoolboys and Rugby Victoria's under-17s competing at the Guild Corp Australian Schools Junior Rugby Union Championships next week on the Sunshine Coast. Line at 1 and Moreland Shields for Powerhouse.
Sorry? Oh yeah, and it's like a couple of. He's only played 2 games. 2 games.
Into red time. Scrum to come far side. Footscray to feed it. I imagine this might just be the last play of the day.
I don't think that's
Free kick. Footscray. Tap and go. Up to the 22-metre line. They'll have to run it the length of the park to find some late points. They'll go far side. Ball almost fielded into touch. Luckily a man there.
Nice, Moxie!
13, is he okay?
Footscray winger trying to get through, can't. To play it up centre field. Almost spilt out in the tackle. Big counter ruck for the Powerhouse side. Chip kick. One in the air. Long pass. Here's McHenry. Goes to the grabber kick. Can he get through? McHenry. Ball lost forward.
Oh, he just lost it.
That the little grubber threw to himself.
Scrum for Footscray.
Sure, let's go.
Are we playing Melbourne Uni here? We're playing Melbourne Uni next week. Is it here or at? We played them here last week.
Yeah, the last time we played them was here.
Mate, you're expecting Rugby Victoria to start the
No, I lied, we are there. Yeah, we're
Footscray get the free kick from the scrum. And we'll just go immediately. Penalty pulled out. High tackle.
Punch his phone. 23 definitely. Yellow card. Izzy got recognized for a high tackle.
Imagine getting carded to get punched in the face.
What, you receiving a card?
Oh, he is going into his pocket.
And a straight red for the Footscray player. Full time. Powerhouse win it on the day.
Nice, Moxie!
25-12. And their premiership defence rolls on back on the winners list in round 12 of Rugby Victoria's Dewar Shield.